Dave Campbell's Texas Football Live. Instant reactions from the UIL Football State Championships. We just crowned the 2A Division I state champion Timpson Bears, 49-7 over Tolar. I mean, Amish Johnson, that's my stat, by the way. But listen, this one starts with one player. We'll get into the supporting cast in a bit, which they deserve their shine. But Terry Bussey caps off an incredible high school career. Obviously, Mr. Texas Football last year in 2022 with a stellar running, passing performance. I mean, what are your overall thoughts just with him and then Timpson overall?
This was, so we said it last week, it was a Terry Bussey legacy game to get Timpson to this point for the first time in school history. I think he may have exceeded it. You know, with this performance on the biggest stage of all, he looked unbothered by it all. He just looked cool, calm, and collected and just led Timpson to an obliteration of a really good Tolar team. Mm-hmm. Bussey accounted for nearly 500, I think it's over 460 yards of offense, 6 touchdowns. He did it with his legs, he did it with his arm, set multiple state records tonight. It was a virtuoso performance and really a storybook ending to cap off a career. If he's not getting a statue in Shelby County, I don't know who would, because he's unbelievable. Just an unbelievable performance and an unbelievable career. Yeah. And it's kind of fitting he capped it off this way tonight.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the story with this Timpson team was kind of the adversity they had to deal with. Of course, past couple years, it's been they ran up against Shiner and the Brooks brothers, right? Last year, when they were favored, they just came up short against Refugio. This year, it was like, okay, well, they're the favorite now out of that side of the bracket, but you know, no J.J. Garner, which they lost in the playoffs, and it was like, okay, well, all of a sudden, there goes one of their heavy hitters, and they've dealt with a bunch of adversity off the field, and guys like DeCorian Johnson, who stepped 187 yards for him as a receiver. Tyler Lane was the defensive MVP. I believe he had 17 tackles.
Amari Bruton.
Yeah, Amari Bruton.
Kickoff return for a touchdown, receiving touchdown, had interception on defense.
Yeah.
The depth and talent on this team, without a couple of their best players, shown through tonight, and this is why we thought Timpson was the favorite preseason, and they showed it. This was a dominant performance, and Bussey's going to get the headlines, but a lot of guys contributed to this win tonight.
Yeah, I was about to say this one, and I guess like we can talk about the game overall. The way this one played out really took me by surprise because Tolar is a physical and big team, right? You look at Peyton Brown, you look at Isaac Blessing, Garrett Nation. Those are big guys. And that
big offensive line.
Big offensive line, big defensive line. We were wondering if Timpson was going to win this game, they were going to win with the speed, getting into the outsides, and they did that. But defensively, they were able to hold Tolar in check.
I'll admit, I picked Tolar to win this game.
Yeah.
I thought Tolar up front would wear Timpson down. Tolar's going to go 3A next year. They have superior numbers, superior depth. They're bigger than Timpson.
Yeah.
I thought they would wear Timpson down a little bit. And Timpson's defense was up for the fight tonight. They played with a chip on their shoulder. They were getting their noses dirty on the inside, blowing things up. Yep. They were playing with their hair on fire on defense, and it showed. And Tolar got shell-shocked. It was 21-0. You can see kind of Tolar kind of had that shell-shocked look on their face, and they never really recovered.
I was about to say, they're a ground-and-pound kind of team, and they kind of got out of that in the first half a little bit, trying to play catch-up a little bit. In the second half, they opened out, and they started to be a little bit more methodical. They scored their first touchdown on that opening drive. I believe the opening drive or
they recovered the onside kick, and you think, okay, Tolar 21-7. They score. Maybe we're in for a second half, and Amari Bruton just ends it right there. 78-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, sucked all the life out of the Tolar side, and that was the game was over.
Yeah. So again, Terry Bussey will get the headlines, but I mean, Kerry Thurwanger was we got to mention him. I mean, what a career. He's, I don't want to make any speculation, but like this is a nice cap off if he does call it. He's been coaching for a while, so
yeah, he's got so close at Lovelady. He had several semifinal runs at Lovelady, several 3 in a row semifinal runs at Timpson. He finally gets over the hump this year, and there's not much more that's left to accomplish for him as a head coach, and what a way to cap off this 2023 season for the Timpson Bears and bring the title home to East Texas.
Yeah, so we've crowned our first 11-man state championship here at AT&T Stadium. Tomorrow we open up with 2A Division II, Martin, Albany. Please keep it tuned to TexasFootball.com, DCF on Twitter, all of our social media. We'll have it locked here all weekend. Thanks.